Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga for Self-Love with Kim. I'm Kim. This will be a slow flow Vinyasa practice. We will move towards Dragonfly pose, so it will be a journey to Dragonfly, which is a pose that is a bunch of things, an arm balance, a twist, a hip opener. So we'll move through the body, opening up through the wrists, the hips, the shoulders. We'll bring in some twists to prepare ourselves for this. So please make this your practice. There will be modifications along the way, and if you don't get yourself into Dragonfly today, that's totally fine, no big deal. As they say, it's not the destination, it's about the journey. So bring yourself to your mat and into a comfortable seated position. You may want to sit up on something. You may also want a couple blocks. We'll use them at the end of our practice as we cool down. So let yourself get comfortable. If it feels okay for you, you can close your eyes or just find a soft and steady gaze. Give yourself a few moments to draw your energy in, back towards your center. Allow yourself to get centered and grounded and let go of everything else for now. You can forget about your to-do list for now, put it to the side, you can deal with that later. So allow yourself to be present here with yourself, body, mind, breath, and spirit. And take a moment to check in with yourself and just notice anything that comes up, any feelings, sensations in your body, your emotional tone, your level or quality of energy. No judgment, just being curious and finding your baseline for today. As always, I invite you to bring in the intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, and compassionate with yourself as you move through this practice. And if you so choose, to carry that intention off the mat out into your day with you. Begin to check in with your breath, noticing how your breath feels. Beginning to bring in long, deep, smooth, and steady breaths in and out through your nose. Begin to slowly start to move our body. You can flutter the eyes open. And we'll slowly start to move. Inhale, bring shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, release the shoulders down. Inhale again, shoulders lift. And as you exhale, release your shoulders down. Couple more, you follow your breath. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up. With the exhale, roll the shoulders back and down. A few more circles around. Again, following your rhythm, your breath. And then switch the direction of your circles. relax your shoulders. Drop your chin down towards your chest. And then slowly rock your right ear over towards right shoulder. Bring chin back down to the chest. Roll left ear over towards left shoulder. And then chin back to the chest. And then a few times, gently rock your head side to side. And then chin back to center, head all the way up. Now let's roll the torso around in circles, over to the right, forward, over to the left. Roll yourself back and then circle it around a few more times. And then switch the direction of your circles. Bring yourself back up to center. Let's take palms together at the heart and take the fingertips right up underneath your chin. Wiggle sides of the body long, crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. So you're sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, finding length up through your spine. And then as you exhale, little baby twist over to the right. So keeping the head in line with the sternum, and then bring it back to center. Take a deep breath in here, finding length up through the spine again, and then as you exhale again, little twist over to the left. Again, head staying in line with fingers, with sternum, and then back to center. Let's do it again, little twist over to the right, back to center, twist over to the left. Bring it back to center, release hands. Now let's extend the legs out to the sides, legs wide, coming into Upavishta Konasana. You can take fingers behind you under the shoulders, press down through heels, toes, knees pointing up, pressing down through fingers as you lengthen up through the spine, sitting up nice and tall. And then we'll begin to spin the heart over towards the right leg. You can take that left hand now to frame that right leg, so hands framing the leg, and you can stay upright here, or begin to fold yourself over this right leg, maybe reaching left hand for that right foot. And then we'll come up through center, spin to face left leg, hands framing the leg, and then maybe you fold it over that left leg, maybe right hand reaches for left foot. Back up to center, spinning heart towards right leg. You stay upright or you fold over the leg. Bring it back up, back to center, and then spin towards left leg, staying upright or folding over left leg. Back up to center you come. Let's take hands under thighs, bring soles of feet together. Baddha Konasana, knees opening out to the sides. And a breath or two here. Can stay upright or begin to walk the hands forward, folding from the hips. Spine nice and long. And then we'll walk it back up. Bring the knees up and then find your way over into a table position. So you can remove anything that you were sitting on, get it out of your way for now. Let's come on to the hands and knees. Spread the fingers, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Rock your knees or your hips from side to side. And then we'll circle the hips around, over towards the left, back towards heels, back up and over to the right, and back through center you come. A few more circles. And then switch direction of your circles. Yourself back up into your table. Now we'll give the wrists a little release. Turn your right fingers back to face your legs. Or if your fingers don't turn all the way back, that's okay. Just turn them back and out to the side a little bit. Keep a soft bend in the elbow so you're not hyperextending through that elbow. And then gently begin to pull your bum back towards the heels a little bit. Feeling that opening through the forearm, the front of the wrist, And then we'll switch that right hand, turn it back to face up towards top of the mat, turn left hand around, fingers back towards that knee, keeping elbows soft, and then begin to pull bum back towards the heels. Maybe the heel of the left palm lifts up a little bit. And then we'll turn left fingers back up to face top of the mat. Now turn both hands over, so fingers facing inward. You're on the backs of the hands now. You could have a bigger little bend in the elbows here. Just releasing through the backs of the wrists. Maybe you rock yourself a little bit from side to side. Bring it to center, turn hands back around, come back to sit on heels for a moment, reach the arms out in front of you, begin to open and close the fingers. So blinking fingers, open and closed. Beginning to turn on through the arms. And then let's take it back into our table. Now tuck toes under, press into hands, glide the hips up into downward dog. Starting with a generous bend in the knees, pressing down and out through the hands, lifting up through the forearms, lifting up through the armpits, hips up and back, heels reaching towards the mat, keeping that bend in the knees here, and finding some movement, walking it out, pedaling legs, bending, straightening knees. We'll bend the knees, crouch yourself down, bring belly towards thighs, coming into a tiger dog or turbo dog, and then send hips up and back again, downward dog. Let's bend the knees, crouch it down, send the hips up. Bend the knees, crouch it down. This time when you send the hips up, send right leg up, also three-legged dog. And then we'll bend that right knee, stack a right hip over left, opening up through that right hip. Maybe you roll that right ankle around a few times. Switching direction. And then re-extend the right leg, release the foot down to the mat. Bend your knees, crouch down, send left leg up, three-legged dog. Now we'll bend that left knee, point it up towards the ceiling, opening that hip, roll that foot around. And then switch direction. And then re-extend that leg, release the foot down to the mat. Crouch down, send right leg up. Bend that right knee, we'll bring it underneath the body as you shift forward, core plank, pressing down through the hands, lifting up through the belly, hugging that knee up towards chest, and then re-extend right leg up and back. We'll bend that right knee again, take it forward, bring that right knee to right upper outer arm. Send the right leg up and back again. Let's bring it forward. This time right knee comes over towards that left arm. Send the right leg up and release that foot down to the mat. Bend knees, crouch down, send left leg up. Bend the knee, shift it forward, knee to chest, core plank. Send that left leg up and back. Let's take it forward again. Bend that left knee, bring it to that left upper outer arm. Send the leg up and back. Bend that left knee again, bring it forward, this time over towards right arm. Send the leg up and back. Release that foot down. Crouch yourself down, right leg up. Bend the knee, bring it forward, core plank, and then step a right foot through to that right thumb. Rock yourself back and forth, bending, straightening that right leg as you draw the hips back and forth. And then we'll bring that right knee forward over that right ankle, and then lower left knee down to the mat. Untuck the back toes, press down into the feet, lift up through the belly, arms sweep up, low lunge, and then we'll take the left hand to the mat, begin to bend that right elbow, peel that right arm up towards the ceiling, finding a twist here. Stay here or bend that left knee, draw that foot in towards your bum, reach back with that right hand, pull the foot in, press the foot into the hand, spin the heart up towards the ceiling, release the foot if you've got it, back through that low lunge twist, and then back into your low lunge, arms reach up, hands to the mat, Tuck the back toes under. Let's step it back into downward dog. Crouch down, send that left leg up. Bend that left knee, bring it forward, core plank. Step that left foot through. Rock yourself back and forth. Beginning to bend and straighten that left leg, or maybe it doesn't go all the way straight, but straight-ish. And then we'll bring it forward, left knee tracking over ankle. Release right knee down to the mat, untuck the back toes. Let's lift it up into our low lunge. And right hand comes to the top of the mat. Begin to peel that left arm up towards the ceiling. Stay here, or we'll bend that right knee, pull that foot in towards your bum, then press the foot into the hand. Spin the heart up. And then release the foot. Come back through that low lunge twist, and then back into your low lunge. Hands to the mat, tuck back toes under, step it back into your downward dog. Step or hop yourself up top of your mat. Lift the belly up off of the thighs, bring it halfway up, flat back. And then soften the knees, bigger little bend in the knees, fold in, hands to mat or grab elbows, shake out your head, rock your hips, maybe sway the arms. And then back to center, hands to hips, press into your feet, come all the way up. Let's reach palms together overhead. Hands come down to your heart. Now we'll sit back in our chair, bum back, hips back, knees back, arms reaching forward. Let's take the palms together at the heart. And then we'll spin over to the right, tap the left elbow outside right knee thigh. Bring it back to center. Spin it to the other side. Tap that right elbow outside left knee thigh. Back to center. Over to the other side. Tapping left elbow to right knee or thigh. Back to center. Other side. Couple more. And then press into the feet. Come all the way up. Palms together overhead. Hands come down to your heart. Let's reach the arms up. Fold it in. Halfway lift, flat back. Hands to the mat. Step yourself back to plank. Drop knees down to the mat and slowly lower yourself down. Pubic bone, belly, torso, all the way down. Hug the elbows in. Lift up through the heart. And then release yourself down. Tuck your toes, press into your hands. Glide your hips up and back. Downward dog. Press down into the feet, into the hands. Crouch it down. Send right leg up. Bend that right knee, bring it in towards the chest. Step right foot through. We'll drop that left foot to the mat, toes out to the side. Bend both knees. Press down into the earth and then lift up and open into a warrior two. Arms reach wide. Shoulders lined up over the hips. Feeling strong through the legs. Sending your energy out through your fingertips. Let's take the hands back to the mat. Step it back into plank. Drop knees. Lower all the way down to the belly. Hug the elbows in, rooting into fingers, toes, pubic bone. Lift up that heart, baby cobra, or you come all the way up for your full cobra. Release down, tuck toes. Press into the hands, glide the hips up and back, down dog. Crouch down, send that left leg up. Bend the knee, shift it forward, step left foot through. Turn and drop that right foot, toes out to the side. Bend both knees, press down into the earth, lift up and open it into your warrior two. Arms reaching wide. Smile. And then we'll take hands back down to the mat, step it back to plank. And now drop knees down, lower down to your belly. like we just did, or if you prefer, you can take it into your chaturanga, low push-up here, rolling forward on your toes, elbows lining up over wrists. As you bend the elbows, you lower yourself down, elbows will stack up over the wrists. Bring it about halfway down, shoulders above elbows. Come on to tops of the feet, thighs lifted, heart pulls forward, upward dog. We'll meet back in down dog. Step or hop up, top of your mat, fold yourself in, forward fold. Halfway up, flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold it in, press into the feet, rise up. Palms together, hands back to heart. Let's sit back in our chair again. Arms reach forward, bum back. Palms together. Now we'll twist it over to the right again. Left elbow taps outside that right knee thigh. Press the palms together. We'll stay this time. Lift up your belly and spin the heart over to the right. You can stay here with palms pressing together or open the arms, left fingers reaching down, right fingers reaching up. Palms come back together. Bring yourself back to center. Let's take it to the other side. Spinning to left, right elbow tucks outside that left knee thigh. Press the palms, lift up the belly, spin the heart. Maybe you look up towards the ceiling. Stay here, or maybe you open arms up. And then palms come back together. Bring yourself back to center, press into the feet. Rise up. Palms together overhead, hands to heart. Reach the arms up. Fold yourself in. Halfway lift. Plant the hands and step yourself back to plank. Find your vinyasa, your flow. From your downward dog, let's walk the hands back to meet the feet, coming into ragdoll, back of the mat. Shake out the head. And then hands to hips, press into the feet, rise yourself all the way up. And then we'll soften the knees, root down into that left foot. Begin to draw that right knee up towards the chest. And then pull that right foot in towards the midline. So it's crossing in front of that left thigh. But then we'll reach that right foot out towards the right side. So the right knee comes in towards the midline, in to meet the left. And then again, we'll flip that leg. So right foot is crossing in front of that left thigh again. And then we'll open that right foot out to the right side. Knee coming towards center. Then we'll cross that right leg over the left thigh. Coming into a standing figure four. And then release that. Let's take the weight into that right foot. Soften through the knees. We'll begin to lift that left leg up. Draw that left foot over towards the midline, so left leg is crossing in front of that right thigh. We're not landing yet. And then we'll sweep that left foot out to the left side. So right knee draws in towards the left, or left knee draws in towards the right. And then we'll switch it again. Left foot crosses the midline, in front of that right thigh. And then one more time, we sweep that left foot out towards the left. Left knee comes in towards center. And then back again, let's cross the left ankle over the right thigh this time. Standing figure four. And then release that. Soften the knees again, weight into that left foot. We'll draw that right leg up. And this time bring it right into our standing figure four. Cross that right ankle over that left thigh. Take the palms together. Begin to bend that left knee, pull the hips back, fold yourself in. You can come down to your degree. Maybe elbows come down to that left shin or not. And then from here, you could stay right here, or you're going to take it into a little twist. Bring that right elbow to rest inside that right foot. Press your palms together. And maybe you spin the heart and the gaze a little bit over to the left. Stay here. Or maybe you begin to open up the arms. Right fingers reaching down, left fingers reaching up. And then palms back together. Bring yourself back through center. Lift up. Standing figure 4. And then unravel that. Let's take it over to the other side. Softening knees again. Weight into that right foot. Pick up that left knee. Cross that ankle over. Palms together. Standing figure 4. Keep it here, or you begin to pull the hips back. Lower yourself down. Maybe elbows coming down to rest on that left shin. And then keep it here. Begin to move it into a twist. Taking left elbow to rest inside the sole of that left foot. Palms pressed together. Heart spins over to the right. Stay here, or again, you can open the arms up. And then palms back together. Bring it back to center. Slowly you lift yourself up. Release that left foot back down to the mat. And then let's take the weight over into that left foot again. Soften the knees. Smile. Have fun with your practice. Lift up that right knee, cross it over, left thigh, standing figure 4. Palms together at heart. Stay here. Or let's take it down. Hips pull back as you fold in. Maybe elbows to that left shin. Same as before. Maybe you bring that right elbow to tuck inside that right foot. Find a little bit of a twist. Maybe you open the arms up. Then if you'd like to take it a little bit further, you can begin to reach hands down to the floor. So that right foot is plugged in to the upper right arm. You may want to lower your bum down a little bit here. And then we'll take the weight into the hands. Begin to cast the heart forward in between the hands. Maybe you begin to lift up that left foot a little bit. Stay here. Maybe you extend that left leg out. And then pull it back in. Walk your hands back in. Press into that left foot. Lift your hips up. Let's fold in over the left leg here. And then press into that left foot. We'll begin to pull ourselves all the way back up. Finding that standing figure 4. And then release. We'll take it over to the other side. Weight into that right foot. Softening through right knee. Bend that left knee. Cross that leg over. Palms together. Stay here. Standing figure 4. Or begin to fold yourself in. Bum back, hips back. Maybe elbows touch that left shin. Maybe you find that little twist again. Left elbow tucks inside that sole of that left foot. Maybe you open arms up. And then maybe you take it a little bit further, slowly, slowly, reaching hands for the floor. Left foot stepping up onto that left outer arm. You can lower your bum down a little bit to get situated here. And then heart casts forward, elbows line up over the wrists. Begin to lift up that right foot. Maybe send it out. Bring it back in. Lower that right foot down. Bring yourself back to center. Lift up your hips and then fold yourself in over the standing leg. Press into that right foot. Lift it all the way back up. Release hands. Release the leg. Let's take the arms out to the sides and up. Palms together overhead. Fold it in. Halfway up, flat back. Soften the knees. Plant the hands down on the mat. Walk it out. Downward dog. Pause here. Take a few deep breaths. Finding any movement that you like here. Maybe stillness feels good. You decide. What does your body need right now? And do that. And then we'll lower knees down to the mat. Come back to sit on our heels. Grab your 2 blocks. And then we'll take 1 block, which will go underneath the upper back shoulder blade area. Then the other block will go behind the back of our head. We'll open ourselves up into a modified fish pose. After all the curling in, crunching in, twisting, we'll just allow ourselves to open up and rest. So you can come to sit up in front of your 2 blocks and then a little trial and error. Slowly lower yourself down. First block will come right underneath tips of the shoulder blades, back of the shoulders. And the other block underneath the back of your head, and you can put it on whatever height you like. A low height, medium height, top height, whatever is right for you. Arms out to the sides. And then you can keep the knees bent here or extend the legs down the mat. Coming back to your breath. And just allowing everything to soften, relax, to let go of all effort now and just let yourself rest. Good for you for showing up for yourself, spending this time with yourself, getting to know yourself. You can stay here for as long as you like. If you like, you can pluck the blocks out, take a longer Shavasana, or roll yourself over to one side off of the blocks, and then press yourself all the way back up Find a comfortable seat. Let's take palms together at the heart. Come back to our intention to be gentle, kind, patient, loving, compassionate with ourselves. Thank you so much for sharing this practice with me today. With love and gratitude, namaste.